Let's introduce Dragon Spirit properly, shall we? This originated as a TurboGrafx 16, actually it was an arcade game first, I think. Eventually made it to TurboGrafx 16 after a while to the NES. It is in fact a shooter. And don't I suck at shooters? Well, yeah, but this one is just better. I don't know what it is about this one that I'm able to kind of get a grip of, but yeah, it's I guess it's more straightforward, less bullet hell, more you feeling absolutely powerful. I mean, you're a fucking dragon, man. And that's really what Richard liked about this one the most. It's just thematically, there weren't any other NES games where you could just be something as powerful as a dragon, even if it's just a little 8-bit dragon on a little screen. But yeah, he absolutely loved him, Dragon Spirit. And you know, it's not that I didn't like the game either. Trust me, I love it too. It's one of the. I think this is my favorite scrolling shooter style game from the period. I'll skip the story here and just get right into Blue Dragon mode. Now that first level back there, if you lose, then you actually get to be a gold dragon, which is a much easier game. But it's really hard to lose that level. But playing in Blue Dragon mode, you get to see every level, not just every other level. And you can only take 3 hits. The gold dragon can take 6. Yeah, so the power-up system is pretty straightforward. You've got 3 levels of shot. Those will be the red power-ups. You can have up to 3 heads. Those would be the blue power-ups. And there's lots and lots of other power-ups. A lot of variety. Stuff like causing earthquakes and, well, you know, multiple dragons where you've got like a dragon on each side of you. Invincibility power-ups. Various different weapon spreads. Yeah, there's a lot that this dragon can do with its breath weapon, so. And of course, it's got some of my favorite music in Nintendo gaming history. This theme is a bit of a variant on the original arcade TurboGrafx version of it, but it focuses down on my favorite sequence of the theme, so. I don't mean to like pull the oh my god, listen to that music. Alright, now I've got level 3 shot and 2 heads. Again, the level should start getting a little easier on me. Especially now that I've got that automated auto fire. Once you've got level 3 shot, all you gotta do is hold the button down and it goes burst fire like this. Yeah, one of Richard's favorite games, but he never knew its name. He always just called it the Dragon Game. That's my bro, man. Not the sharpest crayon in the tool shed, but graphically, this game's a treat too. You've got aerial attacks, ground attacks. So I got these bombs I can throw at the ground because there's enemies I can't and stuff I can't shoot at because it's ground based. I guess I don't need those anymore. Oh, earthquake bombs. I could basically shake the ground so I hit everything at once when I drop a bomb instead of just some of it. Oh crap, I shouldn't have grabbed it. Oh well. First few levels I've got pretty well memorized. The problem is after that, because it is a pretty long game even for a shooter. Not that that's a problem, I mean, better a long game than a game that's over with it just as you started. I guess I didn't need the extra life there. Ah, I missed the speed power up there. Yeah, stuff that makes you move faster, I probably didn't mention those. Boss! Every level's got an interesting and unique boss. Always something that requires a little thought, well, at least after the first boss, which is pretty basic. You pay attention to their patterns, and they're usually pretty easy to take out if you have any amount of upgrades whatsoever. And you rescue various princesses along the way, maids, princesses, whatever the hell. Sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle, so... Yo. Can I skip this, please? There. Area 2, Volcano. Pretty much all the music in this game is ridiculous. Ridiculously good. Watch my mouth there. Almost get myself in trouble. This weapon, however, is probably the best one in the game. Once you have it, you pretty much want to try to avoid getting other weapon power-ups. Of course, your mileage may vary. Some folks probably think the spread shot is better, and to each their own. But as far as damage, this one, it deals its damage but continues on the screen, which is probably the most damage there is, but it can cut through multiple enemies with shots. So I've found it to be the most useful weapon for just raw clearing out of lots of enemies at once. And especially you get 3 of them, then bosses don't stand a chance once you got your 3-headed dragon thing going. Which now I have. I've played the TurboGrafx 16 in the arcade games versions of this, and I will say that they're harder. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's just because I don't have them memorized. And I do have the early levels of this game at least memorized. Yeah, I've beaten it before. I don't know if I'm going to in this sitting. Probably not even get halfway up, because I haven't played in a while. Isn't that always my excuse with my videos? Be like, well, I haven't played it in a while, so I'm gonna suck now. Whatever, excuses. But the point of my playthroughs aren't. Oh crap! That's gonna suck. Because I gotta deal with the boss now with weakened abilities, downgraded shot. Oh boy. This Phoenix thing here. Gotta try to avoid. Oh boy. Ow! Okay, dragon is dead. You can take 3 hits before you die. In case you didn't notice, you have, what, 3 lives? There are ways to get 1-ups, but they're extremely rare, and of course there are continues as well. At least I got a chance to upgrade my shots now. Oh god, but I'm also slower than snot, too. That should fix that up. 3 heads. Shame there's no more shot power-ups on the way. Ah! I'm such an idiot. What was that I was saying about not sucking at the early levels of the game? Yeah, I guess that's out the window too. Yeah, now I got this little pissant thing to shoot at him. Oh, there was another shot power-up on the way. Yeah, it ain't gonna matter now. I forgot, it doesn't spit you out right before the boss when you die at the boss. You do have some level to deal with instead of just... Oh, Jesus Christ. I am really gonna suck today. I probably don't sound nearly as enthusiastic right now as I usually do when I'm showing off a game. I really take Dragon Spirit's existence pretty seriously. I mean, you know, it is a fond memory I have of a dead brother, so... Like Pitfall 2, when I did my top 10 Atari videos, when I talked about Pitfall 2, I was pretty clear and serious doing my playthrough of Pitfall 2, because it's still difficult for me to deal with things that bring me back to memories of my late great hero. But I don't know why I do this shit to myself, but maybe it's to try to get over it. I don't know. I don't mean to get all psycho emo and shit either, because I don't think that's what anybody's here for. But just I guess it's a good reminder that with my generation, gaming isn't just a hobby now anymore. It's like movies are for the older generation. How many people there were that thought of Casablanca was a movie that was important to their relationship or whatever, because they went on their first date to seeing it or something like that, or it had some deep meaning to them, you know. And there's a lot of people that'll take Star Wars pretty damn seriously. There are people that have Star Wars weddings. Well, video games are what I grew up with, so a lot of my memories are going to be associated with the games I was playing at the time. You know, I associate my brother with Dragon Spirit because, well, it was his favorite game. So I could talk about movies just like anybody else, but media is media, regardless of the form. So, you know, like, I never cared for Legend of Zelda, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that have some fond memories of how excited they were the first time they beat it as an early game. I could talk about Super Mario Brothers, because I was trying to beat Super Mario Brothers for a year after the first time I played it. And it took me a long time. I was able to beat Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3 before I ever actually beat the first one. So it was I guess the memory of beating Super Mario Brothers was like one of the first childhood memories of being happy that I was able to do something right. I don't know. One of those first feelings, senses of accomplishment that I ever had. Not that, you know, I better quickly defend my parents and stuff too. Talk about how, what, your parents never made you feel like you accomplished anything? Well, okay, it's not what I mean. But there's a difference between feeling good because you made your parents proud and feeling good because you made you proud. And I could do all the science fairs in the world. That was made my parents proud. That was cool. But it never made me proud. What made me proud was stuff I was interested in, stuff I wanted to do. And though I was interested in science and education, you know, what I was really into as a kid was these video games. Anyway, so I'm just gonna forget the need for that ounce of self-defense there. I don't want to project anything that I haven't already projected here. These thorns are a bitch. It'd be so much easier if I had the flamethrower power up, because one shot clears the whole path in front of you. But, oh well. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it through here, am I? Oh, barely. Whew. Yeah. Where I was saying, if you can keep that one power up the whole game. Oh, this one's a nifty one, though. Doesn't do as much damage, but crap! Ow! How stupid. Oh, and this is a pain in the ass too. Of course, I do have one of the better power-ups for dealing with it, because these little shells will... Yep, that guy's doing it right now. Oh, crap. If I had stronger weapons right now, it wouldn't be a problem. Those little snail trails that those shells are making will damage me if I cross them. And right now I can't take any more hits. So, it's just not an option. Oh, crap. Damn it. Will you stop it? Stop it! One of the more annoying segments of the game right here. Well, that's this. I can continue if I want to, but I think I've made my point. Dragon Warrior, totally different game. Dragon Spirit, one of the fondest games I had in my collection. A lot of memories associated with it. One of the few shooters I actually really, really liked. I can't give it a more colorful recommendation. I think it's one of the best games on the NES. Give it a try.